What up, friends? I'm dying of thirst, and today we're going to be reviewing the third Weki Meki album, Hide and Seek. Like I said before, this is the third mini-album by the K-pop girl group Weki Meki, and while not exactly rookies as they debuted back in 2017, it does feel like Weki Meki have just started hitting their stride in the K-pop sphere, while also kind of remaining a bit of an undiscovered gem as well. Weki Meki have an ever-evolving sound, but they do always seem to come back to a very tried-and-true dance pop and teen pop style that is actually pretty versatile. To be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of groups with a lot of members, although there's something about Weki Meki, man. They work so well together, I just can't help but love most of what they do. Oopsy is the opening track of the mini-album and also one of the lead singles as well. A quirky synth bass line starts out the song as it gradually evolves over time. I like the sort of simple electro beat as the keys add some texture as the song progresses. They also add some vocals, especially in the chorus and pre-chorus, that add a sort of playful touch to the song that I really like a lot. Ooh. This is also especially true in the sort of vocal inflections in the second verse, adding a bit of a sassy energy to it. The random, beat stutters and switch-ups make for a pretty engaging listen, honestly. You wouldn't expect a lot of this stuff from a K-pop song. I also really like the sort of playful lyrics about how they want to take a step back from the relationship they're in because they don't even know what's going on. I think that's pretty funny, actually. Moya Moya is very much a sort of retro and teen pop anthem of sorts. There's some super funky electro bass and the sort of sing-songy vocals that just are really big highlights of this track. The sort of muffled guitar adds a nice effect, and I especially like that bombastic synth during the chorus that really complements the cheeky aesthetic. As poppy as this song is, I really like how they have some grittier guitar elements in the background to kind of keep you on your toes. There's some sort of innocent love song vibes to this one, but it's just so catchy, you just can't help sing along. Now with the Paradise, there's some super smooth vibes going on here. I like how they're going in a bit more of a funk direction with some R&B undertones as well. I also really love that deep bass and that drum line. There's a sort of spacey presence to this song that fits the sort of drifting Paradise-inspired theme. There's a lot of subtle touches to the instrumental and the vocals that really do add up to something great. The lyrics are also fitting enough, using sort of delicate and dreamlike imagery to express a fantasy that they just don't want to wake up from. Universe is kind of your traditional K-pop ballad, I would say. I like the heavier emphasis on the guitar compared to other ballads of this kind, but it doesn't stand out as much compared to some of the other songs on the mini-album. The horns during the chorus do give it some variety, though. The lyrics are pretty well written, though, and they do definitely have that sort of melancholic K-drama vibe that I think a lot of people would really enjoy. Dazzle Dazzle ends the mini-album, yet it was the first single to actually come from it. It's a super hype one, though, with a sort of modern pop vibe with bombastic brass samples and a poppy bass and vocals. There's a super sassy energy that just radiates playfulness in a classic Weki Meki fashion. I also really like the confident vibes of wanting to be spoiled and knowing what they want from someone. It's a sort of girl power anthem, I guess, but it's just kind of endearing to me. I just kind of think it's funny how unapologetic they are about it. It is sort of your traditional K-pop song structure, but Weki Meki really do know how to make that structure their own. There's just so many beeps and boops to this song that make it tick, it just doesn't really get boring. Weki Meki have always had a sort of timeless sound compared to a lot of their contemporaries, and I feel like they're just showing it off here. The retro and teen pop aesthetic can be pretty tough to pull off well, but I do think they have it stand out by incorporating elements of dance pop, funk, R&B, and some modern pop influence as well that just make it all their own. I do think it would be nice to have each member be heard a little bit more, give it some better line distribution, but in a way they are kind of like Luna in that respect, more where the point is the overall sound, not exactly each member standing out. So I guess it's okay in that regard. There's honestly not many complaints I have here, just keep making sure each song sounds unique and just has their signature flair to it. Overall, I'm feeling a strong 8 on this mini album. I think it was really good, honestly. Probably their best mini album overall so far. Of course, we do have to talk about the album cover on this show, and I really love this mini album cover, actually. I like just the sort of modern art aesthetic of the singular picture, and then the text fills up the rest of the frame. I think the text and font choice is very well done. I like the white mixed with the red. Good choice using both filled-in text and outlined text. Overall, this was just a really nice cover. I like this one a lot. That is what I think about the third Weki Meki mini album. What did you guys think about it? Did you also think it was probably one of their best? Did you like some of the previous ones a little bit more? Let me know, and until the next one, farewell.